Oh, we're doing this already? Shit, I wasn't ready. Okay, according to someone's YouTube comments, I was thinking about like, you know, just welding on the what's it called, the casters, and being like, oh, yeah, I just weld on these casters, no big deal. And then someone's like, why don't you just make a wooden frame, dum-dum, put some casters on that, then you have to weld, and then you have one for like other vehicles too. I was like, yeah, you're right, that's smart. So that's what I'm gonna do, make one out of wood. Wood is surprisingly strong. Everyone wants to do stuff out of metal, which is good, because I like metal, but wood is strong. Okay. 60 again, which is 5 foot, go figure. Cool. Are these gonna be 35? They're not. There's no way. And they're 36. That's perfect length. Fucking A. Really? That can't be right. Is that how my math works? That'll do, pig. That'll do. Cool. The wider we make it, the better, right? Yeah, probably. This is gonna be like so poorly done. I just want to make something quick. Here, the trick to lazy woodworking is, it's like, you can't get it from the top and you can't get it from the side, and you want to be a lazy piece of shit like me and you still want to be good. Here's the secret, right? Trying to be lazy. All right, you get it really nice and low right there, and you start in sideways. This is gonna sound ridiculous. We start in sideways till it catches. All right, caught. We're gonna just rip it up like this and angle it and then send it that way. Yeah, nice and cracked, but it'll hold. You know, I believe in this, kinda. Look at that, that's not going anywhere unless you put like a 300-pound car on it. Do it with Dan Shitty Woodworking, guys. How to put something together really fast. Oh yeah. Yeah, that ain't going nowhere probably. I got 3 on this side. All right, let's put 3 on the other side. That wasn't angled enough. There we go, that's good. Oh yeah. When you feel that wood shift and get all out of square, that's how you know it's working good. Nice. Uno mas. Reloading, reloading. Oh yeah, nice and out of square. This little thing ain't got no more juice. Milwaukee is awesome until you get metal inside the charging ports, because then it'll short circuit and ruin your batteries. Yeah.
I don't think that's like Milwaukee's problem.
Yeah, it's more of like a do with Dan problem for sure. If you give it a second and pray to the Milwaukee gods, it'll bring back itself to life. Just do it manually. Hey, come on. I love Milwaukee tools. They're so strong and reliable. I gotta wait for all these things to charge. I've been pushing them off for, oh wait. Yes. Yes. That'll get us through this. This thing is not square at all. It's like wonk wonk. So I can either cut more 4x2s or 4x4s and place them on the top and that be the thing, or flip it over, put the casters on this part, flip it over, and then run 2x4s across the top. Where are my casters at? Why can't I hold all these casters? You guys remember that meme? What is it, 2008?
How come I can't hold all these limes?
Yeah, I don't know if anybody on my fan base is gonna be old enough to remember that reference. Thanks. It sounds like Mr. Mike. Mr. Mike fixes cars. Mr. Mike gets his money. If you don't fucking come here and give me my money. This is totally gonna not work. And the only reason it will work, the car weighs like literally nothing. But I am gonna pretend like there wasn't a point in time where I used to use 2x4s as race ramps. That was last week. These casters are good for like 350 pounds, I think. There's probably a certain amount of people who do actually, believe it or not, look up to me. They think that I have it all together, and they think that I'm the smartest person in the world. Maybe not the smartest person in the world. I don't think there's anybody who thinks I'm the smartest person in the world. That dude with that guy is so smart. And I think there's probably a good bit of people who probably look up to me for ideas, whether or not they want to admit it. But those who are watching this video right now and thinking like, oh, okay, cool. Well, Dan just built a wood frame for his car and he's gonna roll around the shop. Don't do what I'm doing, please. It's not the right way to do stuff. I'm doing it because I'm lazy and I currently don't have anybody in my ear telling me not to. So that's why I'm doing it. And my cameraman doesn't know if it'll work. He's just along for the ride. Why did I put the casters on first? This is gonna suck to try to put shit together on it while it's rolling around. There's no way that I'm gonna be able to just like easily let the car down on this thing either. It's just not gonna want to do it. Like getting the lift supports underneath the frame rails, because I have a feeling that's gonna be my biggest problem. What is going on, dude? It sounds like they're having a barbecue. Heard someone say, God damn, that looks good. I hope they're having a good time. I hope it's not bad. I got the 1911 in the toolbox, but that doesn't sound good. Who talks to their friends like, God damn! That's Mr. Mike.
Oh shit, Debo's coming!
It's Debo! No one's gonna get that reference.
Oh yeah.
You think my fan base is gonna get that?
Some will.
No, there's gonna be the ones that Google it. I know who that is. No, that didn't come on HBO. My mom says we can't have that channel. I'm sorry. What about this one? Message! Think people get that one?
I got these cheeseburgers, man.
All right. Now we've made the world's stupidest surfboard. Super stable.
Cowabunga, dude.
Uh-oh. I think right now in its current state, it would not hold that.
It probably will.
You have faith. Now we know our surface area. 36. 36. Cool, that's actually kind of square. I ain't playing, man. You better make me look like 7 foot tall. There you go, get it up there. You know, these pieces of wood were perfectly crafted from Japanese wood, and this is the sound. Nice. This wood's gonna be under a lot of stress. This is the last piece we gotta cut, I believe. Is that a bad spot for you?
That's a bad spot.
It's almost like a bunch of wood shavings got in your eyes, huh? My dad is gonna hate this. No gloves, no glass, he's not even looking at it. He's gonna be like, how you know you're not gonna cut your finger off? I'll be like, well, Dad, I don't, that's the thrill of it, you know? This feels strong. This feels strong enough for a car, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, think about how much a bed frame weighs, right? And that's all 2x4s. IKEA 2x4s, not even like pressure treated like this is. My dad's gonna love that. All right, I think that's.
Yeah.
Sure, sure. This is gonna take a minute because it weighs like nothing. It's got that wow. It's got that wow. Can you believe they named the song that? Wow. That's fucking gross. It's hard to believe that this thing's about to come off this lift though. It's been up here since I moved in. Nobody wants this thing to be off the lift more than I do. I promise you. This is the part I was talking about where I was like, I have no idea how I'm gonna do this part. Because the lift points are in the way. Fuck. I hate latches. straps so much. I think I have an idea. It's not a great one though.
When is it ever?
It's not a good idea. It's never a good idea. All right, if I lift up the back, can you sweep those out and then put it on? Yeah, we're gonna want to record this.
Well, for insurance purposes?
This is fine. You have to be like quick though. Oh yeah, I got that.
You got that?
Yeah, I got it. Oh shit. You lock those two back casters for me? You get time. Fuck yes! I love doing sketchy shit. People are like, Dan, you are a shit show. Which we need to make a t-shirt that says I am the shit show. People ask for it so bad. I don't push my merchandise. I try not to be because I know it's annoying to a lot of guys. Like ratchet straps are to me, you know? But I do have merchandise available if you guys want it. People are like, you need to push your merch more. And it's like, okay, well, it's in the description. You guys know Demolition Matt, he's been really cool to me. He's got his own brand company called Bunker Branding. I'm a part of it. My t-shirts and stuff are on their website. Please go check it out. We need a t-shirt to promote all the sketchy shit we do.
Yeah, I'm comfortable doing sketchy shit as long as it's controlled sketchy shit.
There's no such thing as controlled sketchy shit.
I mean, it can be.
The biggest lie we tell ourselves is that we're in control.
Right.
That's the biggest lie that we tell ourselves.
As long as someone says, no, I got this, I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, we do some sketchy stuff time from time, but as long as we're making sure we're not gonna die,
Yeah.
you know, everything else is pretty great. When I started cutting this project apart, people told me that it would never move again. Can you believe that? Well, joke's on fucking them, Joke's on you, moron. Look at my fox body movement under its own power. Yo, meet me at the drag strip, pussy. I'll yabba dabba do your ass. It's a little hard to control, but I mean, it's a car. Oh no, front end collision, no brakes! This shit idles like a Metallica song, bruh. Let me replicate blower surge. Now I'm hitting the ambulance. I'm so proud. And stupid shit like this. Like, I got this thing running yesterday. I was like, cool, whatever, you know. I moved this thing with some 2x4s and some casters. I'm like, I'm a mechanic. Different day, got the lift back. Gonna put the 73 on it. I'm basically gonna take all this right here. You see all this stuff? I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna take it out. I know I just got it running, but now it's time to like finish this up. So that means I threw this all together to make sure I knew how to do an LS swap. I know that sounds kind of stupid now that I say it, but I didn't know how to do this before I did it. Now I do, so now I'm done. So I'm gonna rip all this out, transmission, all that good stuff, and I'm gonna start cleaning up all this to get it ready for paint. I'm gonna be doing some repairs to the firewall and the frames. I'm getting the subframe itself powder coated, cleaned up and powder coated, and then we'll start installing the Detroit Speed stuff. But this is it. We're starting to head towards the finish line on this thing, and hopefully by the end of winter, this thing will be done. That's what I said last year. When I get back from SEMA, I'm gonna finish it, and I didn't touch it until now. So we'll get this thing on the lift and get to yanking. I guess I'll pull the battery out. Oh wow, this is basically set. Yeah, that'll do. Leaf spring supports, is that where I'm feeling? Fucking send it, lads. Man, this thing is stuck. If only I had some PB blaster. Did I set that one?
I don't think you did.
I don't think I set that one.
No.
No, I didn't. You know, lifting these old cars is kind of weird because they're rusty and they're old and all that jive. I'm happy with it. The Eagle has landed. Now this is a perfect height for me, but you have to crouch a little bit probably. Oh yeah, transmission fluid. I think this transmission's not good. It was from a wrecked truck. 15 or 12? What makes me think that a 1973 Camaro would be metric? You like that? Yeah, you like that. Nice and loose drive shaft bolts, just like Mommy used to make. Loctite? Why would we want it to stay locked? My crank pulley only takes about 2.5 pounds of pressure before it comes. You don't need all that weight, it's just your engine. Baby. Hey, I'm filming! God, so inconsiderate. Everybody else who has a shop next to me, like, uses it for business. They have a job, that's what they use it for. I use it to play with cars. Is transmission fluid gonna start coming out of this thing? Maybe if I'm lucky, all my transmission fluid's leaked out by now. Wait a second, there's no drain? What? What? Well, never mind. I was gonna drain the transmission, but doesn't look like it'll happen now. Okay, you see, this is why my transmission's not shifting very well. Because I've done a piss poor job with this cable. So this cable's supposed to go in here and loop around and then come through here, but see it's how fucking junkered it is up there? It won't shift properly like that. That's my own fault. All right, well, I was gonna drain the transmission, but now I'm not. I guess we're just gonna fucking send it. Man, this is so nifty having my work table right here with me on my bench. It's got all my tools in it whenever I need it. I don't remember doing that. The welds on this subframe are pretty ass. Oh. We got some nasty pitting right here. Like all sorts of bubblegum welds. I mean, that's not good. If I'm gonna make any more power out of this thing, I should probably clean that up. Maybe weld in like a little beefier skid plate than this thing. Just cut that off and burp, burp, burp. You know, other than this, I think the bottom looks pretty clean. Other than like the floor pans up front, I don't really think there's much. Yeah, over here is a little rough. But really, other than this and this, it's not bad. Is that everything? I guess so. I guess we can get to pulling the engine. Going down. So basically, let's just start disconnecting these wires, because this, by the way, this was old me. I'm no longer like this with wires. I'm much better of a person now. You guys should love me for it. Coolant temp sensor, that's CTS. And the great news is I don't have to worry about any of this wiring because Holley's Terminator kit, it's all like IAC, TPS, it's all labeled so you literally can't fuck it up. It's so perfect. And I guess when you're done, you can pull the tabs off so you don't have to look at them. But I mean, like, nobody does it better than Holley. I swear to God. I think this injector is having issues grounding. I think I broke this clip or I broke the injector. I'm not quite sure which one, but this one doesn't stay. Oh yeah, I did, I fucked this thing up. Let me have it. Oh, give it to me, there we go. I should disconnect the throttle cable too. Don't fight me. You ever tried to disconnect the throttle cable? It's a bitch. Is that screwed in there? Fuel lines are in the way. Whew. Man. Think she'll still fire when half the plug's disconnected?
Start her up.
And half the ECU like not plugged in? One of my most recent comments that I got, that like every now and again I'll get a comment that throws me through a loop. You know, I'll be like, that's a weird comment. This one was, Dan, you've lost weight. Are you okay? Most people are like, oh, congratulations, you look good. You've lost weight. But like this was like, are you okay, man? You're looking skinny. You usually way fatter than that. These injectors don't want to give me the goods. Ow. You ever just hurt yourself on everything? One time I was like, I couldn't figure out why half of this engine was firing and why the other half wasn't. So like half the cylinders were totally firing, that side wasn't. And I exhausted all my options until I found out that there was actually 2 cylinder head grounds. I thought there was just one. You just ground 1 cylinder head and it was good to go. No, there was 2. It didn't run because I unplugged something. You know, I think I'm also gonna knock back the firewall a little bit because it's very tight back there. And you're not supposed to, you don't have to do a firewall kick in or anything like that with these LS swaps. But I think I'm gonna.
Just out of convenience.
Just out of convenience, you know? HeatwaveVisual, 10% off, coupon code DOITWITHDAN. All right, cool. There's not one in the chamber. I don't think. No.
Baffled European noises.
Yeah, concerned Californians. Now it's not. That's all the gas that was in there. See, fuel pressure regulators are great. They only allow so much gas in the system at one time. Yeah, it's gonna get all over the engine, but it'll evaporate. It's nowhere near as much gas that came from your throttle body car. In my humble opinion, the breakdown in this song, Whole Lotta Love by Led Zeppelin, is probably my favorite guitar solo of all time. And my only thing I don't like about it is not long enough. It's like, that shit makes me drive fast. What are we caught on, Jebediah? Oil pressure sensor, which was never hooked up. One more plug, which was my cam sensor. That's it. I mean, besides this, you know, but this is all the same. Whatever it takes to take apart, it's gonna be at least double to put back together. For me, it's 5 times, so there's no getting around it. Ugh. See the color of that fuel? That's what happens when you have a transparent oil filter. Don't want to do that. Just go back. Why do I always struggle with gasoline, man? It's like something about me and dead dinosaurs. Okay, it's empty now. Steering shaft, need to disconnect that. This bolt's in a hard to reach place. I'm gonna get it though. There we go. That worked. All right, so we got all the ECU shit unplugged. Here so. Yeah, that's all of our electrical. None of that's concerning. Dang it. Dang, man, how'd you get so many wires in there? With every Do It With Dan subscription, you get a free gassy rag. Perfect for Molotov cocktails. Oh, you see what I did with the plate?
Yeah.
See, I put it sideways, just like I was. You doing okay?
Yeah.
Nobody ever stops to ask that. Are you guys enjoying things? How have things been? You guys doing okay? Everything good on you guys' end? They say we need a couple of hugs a day to survive, and I know a lot of people who don't get any hugs. So here's my hug to you. You know what, Ham, come in here too.
Oh, don't. Oh, all right.
Yeah. Dude, your wiener touched my belly button. Oh, dude, who spilled gas all over my floors? I'll have to hope on these pinch welds. Can we stop with this gas? Just, okay? Okay? All right. Yo, I learned that jack stand people actually use the safety latches on jack stands. That's news to me. I got so many comments about that shit. What I wanted. You see the separation? It transferred its weight, so I have to be careful. But that's like exactly what I wanted to happen. I think the front should be, yeah, the front's on our jack stands now. Now the only thing I'm concerned about here, front and back not being balanced well enough. Because we're about to cut out almost all the weight in the front. it's only held from the 2 body points in the middle. So I am worried about it tipping a little bit. That still feels pretty stable. I'm gonna send a bolt halfway through and you tell me what you think. Dang it. I'm gonna have to kind of get underneath this thing a little bit.
I saw the front move, but not really the back.
So now the front and the rear are completely separated. That's pretty stable. I think I'm gonna ratchet strap the front down though, just cause.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, this is my old hose that I couldn't get out. It was jammed between my transmission and my firewall. I do have one transmission module, but it's not very tight, so. Oh, that thing's fucked. I was like, man, I thought for sure the separation would pull it. It might be, this one is a new one. It might be toast. Well, I guess we'll just keep going up with it. Oh, the brake lines too. I should probably disconnect that. I always forget the brake lines, man. These are old brake lines. I'm gonna be replacing them anyway. If I can crimp them in a couple of places, reduce my possibility for it leaking out before I actually cut it.
What if that was the only thing holding the back on? Okay.
Was a surprising amount of tension, I'll give you that. I thought for sure that was it. Might not lower back into place. Man, that'd have been a much easier option to begin with than breaking everything. Go Dan. Look at that. Look how non-damaging that was. There we go. All right, now I'm going to strap it to the lift again. I stress out with my life. Just gonna double check and make sure ain't no slack. Okay. Okay. Now what do we do? Shit, fuck. All right, so we got the subframe dropped, which this is like the whole assembly. I don't know if you guys remember from my last videos that when I was working on this thing, you know, a little over a year ago, that this is the way it all sets up. You get a replacement transmission mount for LS swaps from Holley. They bolt right up. They have them from automatic and manual transmissions and all this other shit. And then this whole assembly is just where the engine is right now. But I need to take the engine out so we can powder coat and clean up the frame. Because I want this thing to be mint. I want this thing, when it's done, to be absolutely gorgeous. So that's that's the next step, is disassembling this frame. Now, I would do that in today's video, but I'm not gonna be able to. Like I said, tomorrow, Laura has to go get surgery on her ACL, and I'll probably be taking care of her for a couple days just because, you know, she's got a bad knee, and we have stairs in our house and shit. So I will end the video here, but I will say thank you very much for Lucy for sponsoring today's video. It's an alternative to smoking or vaping. You know, I know a lot of you guys probably smoke and dip. I've worked in shops my whole life. You know, I've done this type of stuff, anything outdoor work, sports, you name it. People, well, I'm not exactly an athlete. By the way, I still like the pomegranate flavor. Well, this is supposed to help you be satiated from your nicotine fix, you know, whatever you need to get through the day, like work on cars and shit. We're not trying to shame you from smoking. If you smoke, cool. You know, if you vape, do whatever. It's just like a cleaner alternative. You know, you're not spitting in a dip cup, you're not putting out cigarette butts. There's no smell and it tastes great, and you can keep it in your pocket. No one's gonna mess with you. Again, thank you guys for sponsoring today's video. You can use my coupon code DOITWITHDAN or click the link below, get a discount. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.